What's up, everybody? It's DJ Ash, aka Ash Astonish, aka Ash McCormick, and welcome to the newly rebooted show B.A.R.S on the B-Side channel, the B-Side album review show where we go in depth into the newest independent albums hitting the music scene. This is a new show on the B-Side channel giving independent artists a platform to share their music and give us some insight onto their journey through their creating their newest project. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms to stay up to date on the best independent artists out there. We'll put those socials up on the screen so you can get your phone out and give them a follow if you haven't already. As always, you can follow me at What's Up Ash on Instagram and Twitch, and you can follow me at Ash Astonish on Twitter. All right, so today we've got special guest Sharard Baker in the building. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate this, for sure.
Yeah, this is dope. Thank you so much. So we linked up through Definitive. Like, how do you guys know each other?
All right, so quick story. About a year ago, a friend of mine named Will Heck, he had a studio session. Definitive was his engineer. I loved all the work he was doing. Found out that Dev was actually mixing his tape. And I'm like, okay, next time I do a tape, I'm going to need that energy.
Right, yeah.
So then I had a 12-hour studio session, and I'm like,
Wow.
I need Definitive to come in and mix and master my stuff. And that's how we've been rocking ever since.
Dope. So that 12-hour session started everything?
That 12-hour session started everything.
How was that?
It was amazing. Like, being able to have all these different people in the studio with me, like talking to me, letting me know, like sometimes when I flub over stuff and they're like, no, do that again.
Yeah.
Or like I'm spitting the verse and they're like, I don't know if this is the verse you want to spit. It was good to have that energy around me because I always want to put out the best music.
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes, I'm maybe not critical enough of it.
Right.
So having people right there that was able to lift me up and reel me back a little bit was amazing.
Yeah, it brings out the best of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we'll talk about it.
All right, so let's talk about it. So you dropped an album last week, right? Last
Yes, I
Tuesday, called B.A.R.S Dozen. So tell everyone where they can find it.
You can find B.A.R.S Dozen everywhere. iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all streaming platforms. You can find B.A.R.S Dozen.
Dope. Awesome.
And also in a couple weeks, I'm going to be dropping the clean version of the album.
Ah, nice. Pulling a KCA.
And I got it from my man.
There you
Definitive.
go. Hey, that's awesome, dude. So obviously B.A.R.S Dozen, Sharard Baker, and there's 13 tracks on the album. So you made a B.A.R.S Dozen. Was that intentional, or did you just wind up with 13 tracks and be like, hey?
Okay, so on the real, I did not want to name the album B.A.R.S Dozen.
Really?
I did not, because I wanted to get out of the whole playoff Baker. You know, everybody's like, oh, you should make your CD case with you like having cupcakes and cakes and all this.
A whole production.
I don't want to do this whole B.A.R.S Dozen play.
Yeah.
But then my boy Chris O was like, listen, B.A.R.S Dozen is what the name of your album's going to be. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
You might not want it, but it is what it is. How many, and what got me, he asked me, how many songs is going to be on your album?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
So that's the name of your album, bro.
It was just fate.
And that's what it is.
Yeah,
So that's how I got to B.A.R.S Dozen.
I mean, I think it works. It makes sense. It tells you who you are, and it tells you basically what you're gonna get, what you're gonna get into. You got a B.A.R.S Dozen. So let's chat about the artwork a little bit. So who took the artwork?
Me.
You took the artwork yourself.
Well, okay, so Definitive took the picture.
Ah, okay.
And then because that's actually the second artwork for that album.
Okay.
I did an artwork a long time ago, and I just really didn't like it. So I took these pictures that Dev gave me, went home, went on my Final Cut Pro, and I'm just like, I'm going to just play with this. Let me just see what I can do.
Yeah.
And just last minute, I'm like, this is the album cover
Yeah.
now. Oh my God, I hope Distro Kid let me just change this album cover, because I changed it literally 3 days.
Oh, wow. Really?
Before, yes.
Wow.
July 3rd, I changed it.
Got it in there.
And it's literally the same day. I'm like, oh, they got it. I looked at all the pre-sales.
Yeah.
And it had the new cover. I'm like, yes, it worked.
Nice.
Thank you.
They put in work for you.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought, like, we were talking about lighting a little earlier, and I thought the lighting was spot on for like the darkness of the album, but also like really putting a great expose on you.
That's
so
exactly
shout out to
what I was trying to
Definitive
do.
for that shot.
You're my man.
All right, so track one, I'm On. So
I'm
you
On.
start the album with I'm On. which is really like a personal anthem for you, right?
Yes, it is.
So it discusses like your struggles and how you feel like you've reached a point where you feel like you're getting on the right track, right?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the opening track and how you developed that?
So the funny thing about that song is I wrote it last year
Okay.
because we went into the pandemic.
Right.
There was a lot of things that was keeping me from doing what I wanted to do. And and understand, like, this is a whole thing that we're going up against. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
We don't know. I actually lost somebody personally to
Yeah.
coronavirus.
So many.
And so my main thing, I was like, once I get out of this, I'm on.
Yeah.
And so I already started writing the song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already know as
Yeah.
soon as this is over, it's on and popping.
Now that you say it makes sense because like that song definitely has that energy, like that jump starting energy. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that you would pick that song to
And I
start the
made
album
sure
off.
that, like, in the song, I did talk about my struggles. You
Yeah.
know, there was so many nights I'm just ready to explode because I want to make music, I want to film, I want to work on my YouTube channel, and I just cannot.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So just be patient.
I remember that. I know exactly how you feel. I was like, man, I might never be able to do what I love doing again.
Right.
Like that's crazy. Like DJs were not working. None of us were working.
Right.
Like my entire calendar just up in flames like overnight. It was
Right.
crazy. But yeah, so that I really like the message that you put on there. You know, could we talk about who produced the beat?
I'm pretty sure Young Nab produced that
Young
one.
Nav?
Yep.
Dope. Do you remember what it was like being in the studio and kind of working that track out?
For that one, I was just in the studio with Definitive and my brother G Flat. I was just in his little space, and I was just like, bro, I got these songs. I'm just going ahead and just bang them out because it's like after the 12-hour session that I had,
Yeah.
I had to record like 3-4 more songs, and I'm On was one of them. And so I'm just like, let's just bang these tracks out. I recorded it, and like I didn't even like look at the Dev and my brother. I'm just like, let the song play. I don't know how they feel about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I turn around and they both just looking like, that's the intro.
Nice.
That's definitely the intro.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I know I'm in the right direction.
That's sick. Yeah, I thought it was a great way to jumpstart the album. So then you follow that track up with Laveau Energy.
Yes.
Can you explain the title?
I can. Laveau is actually the name of one of my closest homeboys. Shout out to my man Lyndon Laveau, who's also a talented, very talented artist.
Awesome.
All right, so there's a song that didn't make the album, but I sent it to him. I'm like, bro, I think I'm just killing it. I'm spitting it. Like, I ain't fucking around on this.
Yeah.
And I sent it to him. I'm like, bro, tell me how you feel about it. He called me, and he said, you know what, Sharard? This is what I like from you. This is what I need you. This is the energy I want from you the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool, bro. Get off the phone with him, and I'm instantly like, I got to write something. I go for a little walk because I don't never write music in my home, and there's too many distractions.
Yeah,
I
I
got
feel that.
TV. I'm a puppy dad, so sometimes he's running around barking. My girl's watching TV.
Stay home. You're just gonna sit in the couch,
Right.
cuddle with the dogs.
I'll probably end up just playing GTA or something. I'm like, no, I got to be productive.
Yeah.
So I go out, I go for a walk, and I'm just writing this song. And I started writing the verses before I got to the chorus. Finished the first verse, and I'm like, oh, I got to write a chorus. So I started the chorus. I'm like, how am I feeling this? Like, this is for my nigga who give me that energy. Like that early morning Tupac, we ride on our enemies. And I'm like, oh my God. Gas man, fast lane, let's go. Hit the gas man, no crash shame. Laveau? Do I say that right? Laveau? Yeah, he the one gave me this energy, so I'm gonna have to go with that. Wrote the song, recorded it, sent that to him. I'm like, bro, are you cool with me using your name? He was like, bro, for what you did in this song, 100%. You got my blessings. And I'm like, well, bro, you blessed me.
Yeah.
Everything that you done and all the hard work that you put into your craft, it just inspired me. And I just want to let you know that it inspired me. So that's how Laveau Energy was made.
That's awesome.
For
So
real.
it's giving love back.
Giving love back.
While the first track was a personal anthem, while we talk about giving love back, this track does throw love to the people that supported you. And in your words, like you say, give you energy. Can you talk a little bit more about that support and how it's impacted you and allowed you to excel?
I had to have it, especially within this past year.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, I've been around a lot of non-support. You know, there's a lot that was actually kind of holding me back.
Yeah.
And so just having certain people just like, bro, it's gonna be all good, man. I'm telling you, you know how dope you are. Like, especially when it comes to stuff like that, you go into a dark place.
Yeah.
And maybe you feeling like, you know what, maybe this is the end. You know, I'm a lot older than I probably come off. And so sometimes you get to that point like, is it time for me to stop rapping?
Right. Yeah.
I can never stop rapping.
Yeah.
I love this. I actually do it just for a passion.
Yeah, of course.
And so having that solid support group behind me is why I had to make that song.
Yeah.
And because they really put that battery in my back. Even though I said there is no battery in my back, they did put that battery in my back to just keep pushing and keep going hard.
Yeah. And who's for someone else to say when you should stop doing your passion, right? As long as it's still your passion, you should still do it. It doesn't matter.
That's the point.
It doesn't matter how much money it's making you or how many followers it's getting you or whatever. Like, if it's your passion, you can't stop doing it.
And I had to come to that conclusion. Like, because I definitely had many nights I was like, I think I'm done. This is not going the way I wanted it to go. You know, I'm spending a lot of money to get this music out.
Yeah.
But when you hear a complete project, you're like, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so proud of this.
It. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. Like, I always say, like, I'm going to keep that till it's not fun anymore.
Right.
So.
And I always find it the way to make even more fun.
Right.
Right.
And if that's the way it's going, you can't tell anyone. You can't listen to anyone else who's telling you that when you should stop.
No way.
Do you want to talk about the production at all on this?
Production, Young Nab definitely he did that one.
Back to Young Nab.
Definitive mix and mastered it.
Sick. All right, so we followed that track up with Alone, which you actually performed last night on the B-Side show, right? So I like how you switch it up on this track because it has like a really laid back, but it's still like a beat that bumps, right?
Yeah.
And it talks about how like you don't want to let people down, and there's times when you still feel alone in this game, and you got put on all this work, and it can be exhausting. What are some of the struggles that you've had to endure, in particular, like some hurdles that you've encountered in putting this album together as an independent artist?
So, Alone, definitely going back to how I was feeling during the pandemic, dark times. You know, when you're separated for what really makes you happy, you know, you don't know what to do. Right. You know, and when I wrote that song, and it wasn't just about the pandemic. Right. It was about so many things, you know. I'm somebody who both my parents are gone, you know. I'm not from L.A. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Yeah. And until my brother moved out here, it was just me, you know. So there was a lot of times where I just really felt like I had no one. I had nowhere to turn. I'm stuck at this job. It's like, what can I really do to put myself out there? And that's how I ended up writing that song. Again, I was just on a walk, but this time I was walking at night. And I played the beat, and it's like, I got to say something real on this. I can't just talk about the ladies or talk about breakup or anything. I want to really like dive into like mental health. Yeah. And like, especially for us as men, because, you know, we're not supposed to show emotion. Right. We're not supposed to cry. Right. We cry.
Oh, of course.
We absolutely cry.
That's human. Like, that's bullshit for people to tell that you're not supposed to cry. Like, it doesn't matter. That's emotion. People got emotions. They got to let them out.
We're supposed to be strong. And it's just, and that I wrote a song about being vulnerable. Yeah. You know, and that's really all it was. Yeah. I wanted to let people know that even though I'm very confident within myself, I am vulnerable. Right. I do have moments where I'm sad. I do have moments where I'm depressed. I do have moments where I just want to have somebody to basically just hold me. Right. Please hold me. Yeah. Let me know it's going to be okay. Yeah. You know, so that's
everybody needs support.
I was alone.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize how hard that it is to move out here when you have like you don't know one, like you have no resources. Like I didn't know anyone when I moved out to LA either. Like I don't have anyone that was in the music, and I figured it out myself. And I think people really don't realize how hard that is. They think, oh, just move to LA, like, you know, it's just kind of gonna happen.
And it's so funny because everybody back home thinks it's just that easy.
It's like, oh, just move there, and you'll it'll magically happen.
You're gonna blow up anytime as soon as you get out there.
And there's so many artists out here. There's so many people that are talented, and it's hard. There's a lot of people out here trying to do it, but it's just it's the work you put in, and so that's what you talk about in this song.
And that was also produced by Young Nab.
There you go.
So shout out to him.
Shout out. All right, so track 4, TYB. The skit in the beginning of the track. You want to talk about how that came together?
Yes. Okay. So the song in general is heavily influenced by Tupac's "Can I Get Away."
Right.
You know, that's where I actually kind of just took that skit from that song.
Okay, gotcha.
The song TYB.
Right.
Take your boo.
Right.
Take your bae. I'm not doing that, just so you know. I'm happily in a relationship.
Yeah.
But for me, when I wrote that song, I know a lot of females that are in a relationship with some pretty messed up dudes.
Right.
I'm not saying like they're beating on them, but I know they're like cheating, they're getting cheated on and all these things. And I just remember one situation in the past where I had a girl who I was kind of feeling too. Mm-hmm. And I knew deep down inside she was feeling me, but she didn't want to let her dude go. But every time something happened, I was getting friend zoned.
Right.
That's what it really is. But I just really drawed into that situation and just made a song about it.
Yeah.
And shout out to my homegirl Jocelyn. That's who's on the song. Producer, truthfully, I don't remember who produced that one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Young Nab for that one too.
Probably.
Yeah. And that's just what it is. It's just letting these ladies know out there that guy that's right there for you, always been right there for you, is probably the one that you should be with. Yeah. Over this guy that doesn't support you. He's also taking advantage of you, really not uplifting you.
Right.
It's time to let that sucker go.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a song on the album that's for the girls, right? But
always.
I thought it was a cool way to do it where it's about the girls, but it's also about recognizing the disrespect that she's getting and like shedding some light on, like, like I'm not not trying to take you, but
I'm
look
just
at the
situation.
Let's just look around.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be happier to be with me, I promise.
Exactly. All right, so we followed TYB up with Roll Up. So there's got to be a song about weed on the album,
of course.
Obviously. So we get that with Roll Up, and it's that nice, chill song. This is like it's meant to be played during a sesh. You mentioned that purple grape ape and some gelato in there too. So we're a hybrid fan.
I am.
Same.
Stop. Don't do that. But yes, I am a hybrid fan for sure.
Me too. You gotta have a little of both worlds, right? No, but I mean, you got the weed track on there. Do we talk production on this one?
Young Nab definitely did that one. It's so funny because like the song when I got the beat from is actually called No Forgiveness. Okay. And like if you hear the song, you hear this like the sample saying no forgiveness, and I can't forgive you. Right. And so when I was listening to that, I'm like, and I don't want to get on that. I about need a weed song. And so again, I'm just out walking around, writing music, and it just hit me. She want to get high, so I tell her, roll up. Because I just remember all those times when I'm just hitting up the homegirl like, yo, what you doing today? Yep. I'm trying to get high. All right, well, shoot, you got weed? Yeah, I'm for to bring blunts. As soon as I get there, roll up. And that's what it was.
And it's a good time. I really enjoyed that song. We gotta have a song about weed on
Appreciate that.
So then we follow up, Roll Up with track 6. We got Choices. So we slow it down with Choices. We bring in your first feature. Yep. So we love hearing about new artists on B-Side channel. So tell us a little bit about Will Heck and 600
Will Heck, that's my guy. That's the guy who introduced me to Definitive. Will Heck, I've been rocking with him for years. Like it might have been like 10 years. I've known him since he was a shorty. He used to come in my store all the time. Okay. And so after the studio session I had with him back in October, I said, man, I got to make sure I get you on my album. And so he's not one of them rah-rah type guys. Yeah. So like I have to find a song that works for the both of us. Right. And I feel like when I wrote Choices, which is clearly about the choices you make and how they get you to where you are in life. Right. And how the choices I've made, I have no regrets. Right. I was like, I think this is definitely a song that the two of us can be on. Yeah. And then with 600 Hertz, who's really only at the end of the song, we were just in the studio. I finished my part and Will went in to do his part. I think I went outside just to go get some blunts.
Right.
And I come back and my brother like, yo, we need to get somebody to sing at the end of the song. I'm like, why? Like, song's done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we get somebody to sing. It's going to like just add that to the very end of the track.
Yeah.
And so we were supposed to have my boy Split do it, but he had to go leave and went to go get his girl. And
He had to split?
Huh?
He had to split?
Yeah, he split. Split had to split. But yeah. Boom, boom. But after that, 600 was sitting right there, and I knew like who's another talented artist who I knew he had the vocals. And so I'm like, well, since Split gone, you go in there.
Yeah.
And he like, oh yeah, sure. What you guys want me to say? Just emphasize the chorus. And he just went in and laced it, and I love it. I gotta live with these choices.
So that was totally impromptu, totally organic, not planned.
Not planned.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for that studio session, it
Yeah.
would have never happened.
Wow.
And this is why I love having those type of studio sessions.
Yeah.
So we can have those moments. It was a beautiful
You
thing.
can have that moment where you really finesse the track.
Yeah.
Where do you know where Will Heck and 600 Hertz are from?
I think they're both from out here.
Out here?
Yeah.
From LA? All right.
I'm pretty sure Will Heck represents North Hollywood. And 600, I met him actually last year, right before the pandemic. I'm pretty sure I was there for his first performance, and like he laced it, murdered
Wow.
it. And I'm instantly like, that's the artist I want to do song with.
Yeah.
So as soon as he put that mic down, I went right up to him. Let me get your information. I promise you I won't forget you, bro.
Yeah.
And of course, pandemic happened. 1 year later, when I got back into it, he was one of the first people I called. Will was number one. Dev was number two. 600 was number three. Like, please come to the studio session. I got a song I want you to jump on, which we'll talk about later. And he came in and laced that one. He wasn't even supposed to be on that song, but he laced it.
That's awesome. That's sick. I love when shit like that happens.
Hell yeah.
All right, so then we follow up choices with Catching Flights.
Rather be catching flights.
So Catching Flights opens up with this real ethereal sound that I really liked and appreciated. It gives it that feeling like you're flying, like catching flights.
Yep.
And we hear some new vocal layers that we haven't heard yet. Can you talk about the production process and how those elements and the vocal layers came to fruition? On the track?
Absolutely. Okay, Catching Flights is really about 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
I know, and I'll explain why. So I actually recorded that song with my old producer engineer like 3 years ago, and I don't think he was feeling it. Like he wasn't just like, this is a Sharard track.
Yeah.
And so it never went nowhere. Like, I don't even know if he even has the song still. And so I found a different beat for the song.
Oh, okay. So it was a different beat on it completely.
It's a completely different beat.
Okay.
And so I went in the studio with this guy named N3. Shout out to N3. I'll talk about him later.
Right.
And I recorded the song with him. Had the chorus the same way, but I rapped the verses.
Okay.
And it just did not work. Everybody listened to the song like, bro, I like the chorus, but I don't know about these verses. Like, and I'm like, but I thought I said some dope stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how can I make this work? Talk to my brother G Flag, and I'm like, bro, do you think I should auto-tune the whole song? And he's like, let's just go for it. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's just see what
if it doesn't work, we'll put that in the archives. Yeah. When you're dead and gone, somebody say, oh, sure, we had this Sharard Baker track that never was released. And so sung it, and it sounded good. It sounded really good and definitive. He laced that one as well. And I got out the booth, and my boy Remy, who's on the track, he was like, all right, bro, I'm finna go in. I'm like, all right, you jumping on this song? He's like, bro, I got a verse. I'm going in. And so he went and dropped the third verse and just completed the track out.
Killed it.
Right?
I was gonna say I really liked this feature.
Right.
I thought it had really great flow and he had a really strong delivery. So I was my next question. I was gonna ask you, tell us more about Remy.
Yeah, Remy. Oh, Remy is killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, please go. Like, for all the artists on my album, please go out and support them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Follow them, show them love. Remy is really out here killing it. He's doing shows consistently.
Yeah.
He's putting out music consistently. I think he got a project about to drop.
Oh, awesome.
Like, he is killing it right now. Now, that was another reason, like, I hit him up because I knew he was, like, working. And I'm like, I want to be around that energy.
Yeah.
So I hit him up, like, bro, got the 12-hour session. Please come through.
Yeah.
He came through. and he laced it. He laced it.
Yeah,
Like, it wasn't even expecting it. I thought this
Yeah.
was just a song. It was going to be me by myself. Done, out the way, finished my part. He goes in and just laced it. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was so perfect.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it really brought the track together.
Appreciate
I
that.
also really like the chants that are at the end of the track. Where did that idea come from, and how did you get that final sound?
Okay. Again, I step out. Remy goes in. I leave again. I come back. Here's my brother again. He said, bro, check
He
this
always
out.
has ideas for the ends of tracks.
Listen, my brother G Flat, I don't know what it is about him. He just has these ideas
The
that just
ear.
come out of nowhere. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has that ear for sure. So I come back into the studio. He like, bro, we gonna get all of us on here saying we don't love them hoes. And like I have video of it and everything. I'm
Oh,
like, okay,
man.
we gonna go ahead and just do it. I'm like, fine. If it doesn't work, we just cut it off.
Yeah,
But it worked.
it did. It really did.
And I feel like it give that element to where if I perform it,
yeah.
now I can get the crowd
Now you can get the
involved.
call and response from it. Yeah, that's totally what I was
So
when I heard that.
shout out to G Flat. That was his idea, and we did it, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. All right, so we followed that track up with track 8, Positive Vibes Only. A lot of really interesting production elements on this track. Who produced this track, and how did the concept come about?
Young Nab
we
produced
go.
this one for sure. Positive Vibes Only. It speaks for itself.
Yeah, so
you know,
I mean, probably my favorite lyric on the album is on this track. The lyric that I picked, I was just like, man, that's perfect. I like my vibe to be right, not like a bomb to ignite, and that's the
Yes.
plight I don't invite
Invite
to my already
already
short
short
life.
life. Yes.
Yeah, when you said that, I felt that. Like that's like my new mantra. Like I love that. Like
Thank you.
Can you please discuss that lyric?
Yeah, so this past year, man, just a lot. So much was going on. So much. And like I probably get this more from like work.
Yeah.
You know, just dealing in retail and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, I already feel a certain way about working in retail because
Yeah.
I feel like this keeps me away from what I really want to do with my life.
Yeah, of course.
And then already I can't go in the studio, I can't perform because everything's locked down.
Right.
And I think, and baby, I love you. I love you. You know I love you. I think I got into an argument with my girl one day. And I just walked out and I'm just like, I just need positive vibes.
Yeah.
Why can't I just have positive vibes?
Yeah.
That's all I want. I just went on my walk.
The walks,
Yeah,
man.
The walks. Oh, this album was written on foot.
You got your steps in.
I swear to I have my Apple Watch on. But yeah, so just I went on my walk and started writing the verse, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get the chorus. Like, I don't need no negativity, and it's like as I was saying it like that. I don't need no negativity in my vicinity, but I'm like, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about Wyclef 911. Someone please call 911.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, I wonder how this would sound if I sung it like that. Went in the studio with Definitive, and I said, listen, if this don't work, I need y'all to tell me the absolute truth. Do not lie to me.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, we have to figure something else out.
Right.
So I go in the studio, I'm like, I'm about to really like blow this down. They're like, cool, go ahead for it, bro. All right. B go in, took a deep breath. I don't need no negativity in my vicinity. And once I got those two lines
Yeah.
out, I'm like, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful because once Definitive put the mix on it,
Yeah.
it is going to just
Pop.
it's gonna pop. This is the song I wanted 600 Hertz on.
Okay.
Because I knew he could bring that energy
Yeah.
that I was looking for. But then I had Just Grady in the studio too. And this
okay.
guy's like fucking Jay-Z. He don't write music. He's
That-
just like,
People like that impress me. So I don't understand how that you can think that fast.
right, blew my mind. I'm like, okay. I come out the booth, he like, all right, bro, I'm finna go in. Like, you ain't on this song? What do you mean? He like, I can't be on the song? I thought you said if we want to jump on the song, we can just jump on the song. Like, you got a verse already?
Yeah.
He like, bro, I just wrote it. Bro, it did not take me that long.
didn't even
to
have a
do the
pen.
chorus. Right. It didn't take me that long to do my part. What do you mean you have a verse? I got a verse, bro. He go in, he does his part. And
Wow.
I'm like, shit, that works.
Yeah.
Because it added the street element to
Oh,
it.
I love
You know?
the feature. You got some really solid features.
And then
on here.
600 Hertz just came in and laced it, killed it. That's my guy right there. They all my guys, but I really do appreciate because he wrote his verse in the studio, and he just like, bro, I got it. I'm going in. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in my zone, my nigga. Please don't tell your tone too bitter. I'm like, your verse is already better than mine, but it's cool, perfect. You got the last verse. You're supposed to have the better verse.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Right.
It's just you just making my song sound so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's really. You really homed in on the collaborations on this
Absolutely.
project, which I really
was
appreciate.
Very meticulous about
Yeah,
that.
and I think people don't give collaboration enough credit because like we think we're so in love with something, we think we got it on lock, and we don't see other outside things, and someone comes in with something like right out of left field, and it just brings it to another level. So yeah, it's really solid feature on that track.
Appreciate it.
So we follow that track up with track 9, WYD. So we all know what this track is about. The what you do in text. So have you sent some what you do in text in your day?
I have. I definitely have, especially leaving the club, stumbling out.
Yeah.
What you doing right now? Absolutely. So the story behind that song, just like Catching Flights, that song is about 3 years old. Well, the chorus is. The chorus is about 3 years old. Same engineer, same producer. I don't think he was feeling the song. And so I just kind of sat on it. My homie, Nobody, he was like, bro, I got a studio out in Hollywood. Like, we can just go. I go to the studio. I end up meeting N3 on the track. Shout out to N3 on the track. He produced the beat. And we were just going through beats. And when this beat came on, I was like, I think I have a song for this already.
Yeah.
And I'm like, W-Y-D-W, and the whole studio, like, I don't know if you ever just been in a studio session and you just see everybody light up.
Yeah.
Everybody lit up, and they like, yeah, bro, we're going to record that right now. Initially, my verse was not raunchy at all. It was more kind of on some finessing type.
Okay.
But when I listened to this beat, I was like, this verse
we
ain't
gotta turn
gonna
it
work. It ain't gonna work. So I wrote a new verse right there on the spot.
Wow.
Went in there, recorded it. My brother G Flat was writing his verse. While he was writing his verse, Nobody finished his verse.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, bro, I got it. And he came in and added a whole new flavor. Like, not even nothing I'm used to. Because he had a whole different style. And normally, I don't really rock with that type of style, if I can just be honest.
Yeah.
I even told him, in the beginning, your verse sucked, bro. Like, that verse is trash. But as I started to listen to it, I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good, and it works for the song.
Yeah, it grew on you.
It really, it super grew on me.
Yeah.
Because now I love that verse.
Yeah.
And then my brother, he had a couple bars left, and like the beat was almost done. So he's like, you know what? Let me just spit what I wrote.
Yeah.
And so he went in there, did his little part, and then that was the end of the song.
That's dope.
That was the end of the song.
Another track that came together organically.
Yeah.
We already discussed G Flat and Nobody on those features.
Yeah.
So then we follow up WYD with track 10, Trippin' on Her.
Tripping on her.
This beat is distinctly different from the rest of the album. Talk about the production on this track and how that beat came about.
Oh
like, we got to get some like video game sounds in here, some different stuff.
I feel so bad because I cannot remember the name of the producer for this beat. To be honest, a lot of these beats, I was on Instagram, and you know, these producers be like, "Hey, if you paying $10, I'll give you like 30 beats."
So it was one of those.
So it was one of those.
So it was one of those gems then.
Yeah, I listened to it, and like, I'm just remembering like stuff I went through in my lifetime, not like with my current relationship.
Right.
And so I was like, I can just remember the times like girls used to just piss me off, and it's just like, you don't understand, like, you really pissed me off and got me to the point where I started tripping on you. And that's when I was like, you know what, let me write all these ideas down.
Yeah.
And that's how I made that song. I initially recorded it with N3 on the track. Much love to his production. It was dope.
Yeah.
But I felt like I didn't do it right personally. I was like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I put the vibe that I wanted. So I need to redo this song again. And this time I did it with Definitive.
Okay.
Went in there. I think I got through like the first 4 bars of the song. And I started to change it up a little bit. Like, if you notice how some parts I'm like rapping and some parts I'm kind of harmonizing with it.
Yeah, you change the flow up a little
That
more.
all happened when I got with Definitive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because once I started doing that, I looked at him like, bro, was that cool? He like, hell yeah. Like, he got excited because he's like, I can't wait to mix this song.
Yeah.
It's going to be so dope, bro.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to do that a couple more times because there's just certain parts of this song that I want to emphasize. And that's where I started doing all the harmonies too.
Yeah.
And that's how we got tripping on it. And that's actually the next video I'm about to shoot.
Oh, sick. When are you shooting that?
I'm shooting in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
Dope.
weeks.
Get that to me. We'll show it on one of our
We'll
shows.
We'll do.
All right. So then we got track 11, Proud. I want to talk about this track, but we also have a video for this track. So let's play the video and then we'll jump into talking about this track.
Okay, cool. Let's get it.
Let's roll Proud.
No, you ain't got to do this, man.
Then who will?
You got some angry protesters outside. You're too important to the movement to put yourself in danger like that.
But that's exactly why I have to do this.
You know I'm here for you if you need me, man.
No, you do.
Always.
Brother Baker, they're ready.
Sure you ready?
Better time than the present, my brother. Let's go tell the truth. January 6, 2021. Shit was crazy. We literally had a fucking mob run up on the Capitol. And so I had to write this song because this is how I was feeling that night. And I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. Let's go. Land of the free shit, not for me. They gunning brothers down before we can cop a plea for my life. I just wanna get home to my wife. We had no rights, systematic racism, hatred that keeps us down, gagged and bound, because they know we would amount to some of the best. Let us live, we will elevate. Hold us back with the hate they perpetuate. And that's all fact, none of it I speculate. Guess we supposed to sit back and accept our fate. Fuck that, I'm tired of writing these damn songs, make excuses for they damn wrong. Trump mob running up on the Senate. If that was Black Lives Matter, they would've gunned them down in a minute. No, second I reckon since they was white, they good people. But to me, all I saw was the evil. Why the fuck I plead allegiance to America when this goddamn country's scared of us? Why should I believe in democracy when the police the ones out here dropping weed? Land of the brave that was built off of slaves, blood of the innocents throw us in the cage. Am I proud in America? Fuck no. When it comes to mine, rather die by the G code.
Why are y'all doing this? What have we done to receive so much hate from you? This is America. We're gonna keep it good just the way God intended.
Yeah, tell him, bro.
You guys come here
You brought us here.
to work. We take you from that shithole continent, give you all a better life, and this is what we get? You lazy good for nothing.
Don't say it. Touch me. Oh, bro. Yeah.
We just wanna breathe like you do and achieve wealth like you do. But I guess that's too much to ask for. We cuckoo, but blacks work magic like voodoo. So many obstacles, like a damn mountain to run through. Even when we help, they gun you. Man, I'm done, dude. Screaming no justice, no peace. Till we have rights, there's no sleep. We've been praying and hoping, leaders are vocal. Vote for our government, national logo. Still my neighborhood's dirty and funky, and sending billions to other countries. I don't know how it works, but I know how it hurt. Depending on the stimulus because you fresh out of work. Can't find another job, got you going berserk. Cause they won't hire Jamal, but they hiring Kurt. Well, how white are you? We peaceful protest, y'all the riot crew. Tiki torches, y'all forming to cause harm. We held hands, y'all went no hose bar. Can't sleep there, kill you if you go jaw. No son, I ain't proud of this country. Y'all voted in a flunky. Democracy, I'm supposed to feel lucky. This whole world laughing like we dumb. Shit ain't why the fuck I plead allegiance to America when this goddamn country's scared of us? Why should I believe in democracy when the police least the ones out here.
All right, so that was Proud. So this is probably the heaviest track on the album.
Yep.
And it feels like this was one that you really needed to speak on and get some things off your chest.
Yes, I did.
Obviously, a big part of the song was inspired by the Capitol attack earlier. And there's a lot of hurt that you express in this song, a lot of anger that you let out on this track. And then you don't have to get too political, but talk a little bit about the frustration that inspired this track.
The main thing for me is all I kept thinking is, had those people been black,
Yeah.
they would have shot them down.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was even at work when this happened, and it's like I couldn't even work because I was like, how is this okay? Like, Trump, you lost.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you were a better president, maybe you might have won again.
Yeah.
But no, you're a terrible president. You lost, and now you're like rooting. You're getting these people to do things that's just not American.
Yeah.
It's not American
No.
at all. This, like, come on, man.
Like
this
whining
ain't-
about losing is like the last thing this America's supposed to be about.
Literally, I seen a meme that said, like, this is the equivalent of somebody taking the ball and saying, I'm going home.
Yeah.
After they
Yeah,
lost on
yeah,
the
yeah.
court. And
Yeah.
that's what that was. And I didn't appreciate it. It pissed me off. And I felt like I needed to say something, but I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah.
Until my homeboy, Kelly Potts, he went on his Facebook and did a freestyle right there on the spot. And I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
If Kales did something, I got to say something.
Yeah.
So I made sure, again, went on my walk and just wrote the whole song right then and there.
Yeah.
It took me probably about 15 minutes to write that whole song.
Yeah.
Because I had so much
lot.
built up inside of me.
Yeah.
And I was able to just get it right on the pen.
Yeah. That,
And I don't know who did that beat.
You're like, I know you're gonna ask me. So let's. Well, we can talk production. I do want to mention some appreciation for some of the production elements, even if you don't remember who did it. But notably, I really like the underlying little melody that's in there, and it's really reminiscent of "If I Ruled the World."
Yeah.
I don't know if that was inspired by it, but I definitely like it has similar messaging, and I definitely heard that and really liked
That
that.
was definitive.
That was definitive.
That was definitive.
Damn it, definitive.
No, he's such a beast. Yeah, that was him. I just had an idea. He's like, bro, try it this way.
Yeah.
I like it that way, bro.
Yeah.
Good job.
It was just so subtle, but it hit just so perfectly. Talk a little bit about the video. Like, what was the production process on that like,
Okay.
and like, how long did it take?
Listen. Shout out to Onslaught Productions.
Onslaught?
Onslaught Pictures. Sorry,
Onslaught
not Productions.
Pictures.
He did my last video, Fearless, and what I like about working with him, he always want to make sure there's a story.
Yeah.
You know, we want to take it back to having stories in your videos, and so when I worked with him the first time, I actually wanted him to do the video for WID.
Okay.
He was like, nah, let's do something that's a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah, he wanted it to be a little deeper.
Right.
He wanted a deeper story.
So we did the video Fearless. That's also out on YouTube.
Okay.
And so when I did that video, I knew that when I wanted to do a video for Proud, I had to have him do it again. And so the initial video was supposed to really be me reenacting a bunch of different civil rights leaders that get assassinated.
Right.
But he was like, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's make it more personal. You are the civil rights leader. And you are the one that's going to have a message to speak. And unfortunately, for a lot of civil rights leaders and a lot of people, it don't matter, white, black.
Yeah.
A lot of time when you having a message, if they don't assassinate your character, they assassinate you, period.
Right.
And so he came up with the story of the video. Like, I had my idea, like, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to shoot this video like you're the civil rights leader, and then we'll have somebody come in and kill you. I was like, all right, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah.
And major shout out to my girlfriend. She got her brothers to get into it. Shout out to Liam and Bo. They play my races. I just want to make it very clear. These are two of the most kindest, gentlest people in the entire world.
Yeah.
They do not have any hate in their bone, but they're actors.
Yeah.
And they did a great job.
And they acted the hell out of it.
Right. And shout out to my boy Chris O, who played the guy who got into a fight with the racists.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that led to my untimely demise. But, you know, all three of those guys, they killed it. Also, 600 Hertz in that video. Just Grady's in that video.
Got everybody in there.
Shout out to my homie Penn. He got in the video as well. Just a collaborative effort. So many people wanted to get together and make sure I had a great project to put out. That's how we got the video.
Yeah, it was definitely a collaborative effort, and I loved seeing that, seeing all the different people. I was like, man, these people showed up and because I know what it's like fucking putting together a music video.
Yeah,
and
it's
man,
not easy.
It's not. But I think you did a really good job with that. Was
Appreciate
that a lot of blood that you had to deal with? was that fun or was that
It
awful?
was fun, but very sticky.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Like fake blood is fake blood, and you don't
It's-
realize till you're like, oh my God, there's
Right.
like corn syrup.
I was actually lucky. The version that I got was almost like mouthwash.
Okay.
And so it had a very like pepperminty type taste.
Okay.
So it wasn't hard to have it in my mouth.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, was it sticky.
Oh yeah, that shirt was
Like,
ruined. You threw that out,
like,
right?
Oh, that shirt was done. Like that shirt didn't make it home. Once
Yeah.
once the shoot was over,
Yeah.
I literally took the shirt, looked at it, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
this is trash.
Yeah.
That was it.
And I like that you didn't overdo it. Like sometimes they'll try to like do too much with the gunshot wound, but I it was very well done. It was believable, and you didn't overdo it, and I really appreciate that.
Shout out to my baby for that one.
She did the
That
makeup
was,
for
that
it.
was her idea.
They
She
shout
was
out
like-
that
'cause
makeup.
It was first. It was just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
She's like, no. We got to
Yeah.
get it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's get something coming out your mouth as
Yeah.
well. That was all her. So
Yeah.
shout out. That was all you, baby. I love you. Mwah.
There you go. Got to get that in there. How long did that take to shoot? Was it one day or
It took us about 3 hours to shoot.
3 hours? That's not bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were late.
Yeah.
like an hour. I was like an hour late to my own video shoot.
I mean, it happens.
I felt bad because I'm telling everybody else, like, please, let's
Yeah.
get there, like, because we start at 12. Let's get there like 11:45.
Mm-hmm.
We can walk it, make sure we know everything, and then we get right to it.
Yeah.
And now the homeboy who was in the video, he like, hey, bro, I don't have a ride.
Yeah.
And like at that time, people were pulling out, so I got nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
that
God.
that
can't
always
lose,
happens.
right?
Always happens.
I'm like, I can't lose you. I'm coming to get you.
Yeah.
Look at my maps. It's always gonna take you 20 minutes there and back. Cool.
Yeah.
As soon as I get on the freeway, 36 minutes there. Oh, I'm gonna be late. 36 minutes back. But like I said, shout out to Onslaught. He was very professional
Yeah.
about it, very cool about it.
Patient.
You're like, listen, you're late, but we got to get it going.
Yeah.
So let's just get to it.
Yeah.
We got it done.
He cranked that out. Excellent job on a great independent video.
Appreciate
Shout
that.
out for that. All right, so then we get to track 12. So we got Heavy Extendo Clip. It's a really strong, hard beat, and all your features come back on this track.
Yes, they did.
So discuss one, the title, and then two, the creative process in creating. This is like your banger on the album.
Yeah. All right. So Heavy, again, as I was reaching out to all these people that I wanted to be on my album, that was the song I actually reached out to Remy. And truthfully, it was because we're both heavy-set guys.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro, I have this song, Heavy. I don't know the chorus. I don't have no verse for it, but I want to do a song called Heavy with you.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, cool. Well, I'm going to write a chorus. You write a chorus. We'll figure out which one works. I wrote my chorus, and I sent it to him. My chorus was like, compared to his, was whack.
Okay.
Like, my chorus, I don't even remember. I just know I'm heavy in the game, heavy in the game. And he was like, yeah, bro, that's cool, but check this out. And he spit his chorus. And he didn't get to the whole thing before I was like, that's the chorus. That is the
all right,
chorus.
done. You win.
And so we went in the studio, went to do our parts.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody's in the back. Because clearly they knew we had a banger. Oh, no,
They got
bro.
the-
I'm getting on this song too. Soon as I finish my part, Just Grady goes in. He don't write. He
Yeah.
just goes in like, bro, I'm going in. Boom.
Yeah.
He wrote his. He rapped his. Then Will, he's finishing his verse. He goes in, does his part. And then once again, my man, 600 hertz.
Killing
All love to everybody on that song.
Yeah.
But 600 hertz, his verse was definitely the anchor. He came in and just laced it, destroyed it.
Yeah.
And I love how he just ended. Major league, major leagues. We finna hit the major league, bitch. I'm like, this is perfect.
This is so solid.
This is exactly how I wanted this song to end.
So solid. It's so heavy. It like it brings the title home.
Yeah, and so like the reason why it's an extendo clip because the other feature wasn't really supposed to be on the song.
Ah.
It was only supposed to be me and Remy, which there is a version of that out as well.
Okay.
But I had to get those guys on. Once they
Yeah.
started writing, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, listen, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
That's what we on. So that's what we're going to do. Go ahead. Go right in the studio.
Yeah.
If you spit something whack, I'm taking it off. Just so you know. Just being honest.
Yeah.
But everybody laced it. Everybody
Yeah.
did their thing, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
And it was definitely the song that I wanted to be before the last song.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I love that all the features come back, and it's like they all like had their moments, but then it's like a reprise, like right before the ending, where they all come back and they all killed it again. Like it was just a very, very solid feature expose.
That was not planned out.
That's
just-
amazing. Your
this-
your banger on the album was not planned out.
It was not planned out.
That's
at
crazy.
all. It was just a vibe. It was just
That's
a
crazy.
vibe.
So a lot of your tracks with features, they were all done on the same day then,
They're all
because
done
it
the
was
same
all
day.
from that same session.
Yep.
That's awesome. You got like half your album done in like that one session. It was so powerful.
Let me see. We did out of those 13 songs, we did I think 8 of those
Yeah.
in that day.
That's yeah.
And we did other songs too.
Right.
Like I said, my brother and I, we have a project that's coming out later on this year. We did about 3 songs for that project in that same session.
Wow.
So be on the lookout for that.
Man, you guys put in work.
Oh yeah. I get in the studio, I plan
Yeah.
to work.
And it really shows. You put out a great project, and we're gonna get to the last track of this project. So we follow this up with track 13, Be Cool.
Be Cool.
And I thought this was just a really nice vibey way to end the album. I love how you have your features stacked on the song before, and then you come back at the end and like still leave your mark and write out your purpose. So what was the inspiration for this track, Be Cool?
So Be Cool, produced by Young Nab. This particular song, I just wanted to let people know, like, I am not your enemy. Because I've dealt with certain people who I've done music with, and as I opened up my doors to them, they closed their doors to me.
Oh.
And it was genuinely on the simple fact that I did better than them on their music.
So they're salty.
And they were like, nah, I ain't fucking with you no more. Or they'll go tell somebody else.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with him no more, man. But why? Like Sharard,
Yeah.
dude. Nah, bro. Nah, man. He wasn't supposed to be on that song, man. Fuck that. And so I'm just telling people, like, listen, I am, because of what I bring to the table and what I would do for you. Sorry, I ain't even got the mic on me. But what I would do for you, I'm better your friend than your enemy.
Right.
But I'm letting you know, if I'm your enemy, you're going to have some real fucking problems.
Right. Yeah.
So be cool.
Yeah.
Just be cool.
And I love that. I mean, that's such a universal thing that everybody should be doing, but
Right. Listen, we
don't
we can
sometimes.
work together. And that's all I was saying. Let's work together.
Yeah.
Let's grind together. Let's go out here and let's change the world, because we can do that together.
Right.
And that's another thing that I was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, just in my process of making music for all these years, is the constant, let's not be a team. Let's just everybody do their own individual things, but individually we're not going nowhere.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been telling the homies for years, like, I want to show love. This is my homie.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say no names.
Yeah.
But I have a homeboy who always wants to get paid, and I don't knock that.
Yeah.
I don't knock that.
Well, everybody got to eat.
Everybody got to eat. But if I'm willing to do something for you,
Right.
why can't you show me that same love?
Right.
And we're a team.
Yeah.
Like, we literally rep the same gang. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not a gang, but
Right.
we rep the same thing.
Yeah.
We should be working together. As I'm doing stuff for you, I feel like the payment for all stuff that I do for you is just do some things for me.
Right.
And we work together.
Yeah.
And we make a project together. And we move together.
Right.
And there's just been a lot of separation for me. And then in the midst of that separation, I've had people hating on me.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, bro, I don't think you really want that with me.
Yeah.
And like, this is going back to me being confident within myself. I know how good I am.
Yeah.
So let's just be cool.
Yeah. No, totally. And I mean, this album is a perfect example of collaboration working, everybody coming
Exactly.
together. And
Yeah.
like, there's a reason why on film sets, there's so many people and everybody has a job, because they can make a fucking blockbuster movie in a couple years because everybody has their job. You know,
Right.
these great projects aren't made by just one person. They have a team, they have a machine, they have, people behind them that are
Yes.
collaborating and putting
Yes.
in other elements, and in turn you're putting those creative on their stuff, and you
Right.
have one project that all of a sudden there's collaboration on it, and it's able to grow and become multiple projects.
And that's all I'm trying to get people to understand.
Yeah.
You know, let's work together. You know, so instead of against each other, let's work together.
Definitely.
And be cool.
Yeah, and be cool. I do want to talk a little bit about the production on this before we wrap up. I really like the horns on this. I don't know if that was your idea or the producer's idea, or do you want to shout out where that came from?
Definitive.
Of course.
I'm telling you, that's that guy, man.
Man, he got that ear.
He does. And it's so crazy. Like, listening to the songs for the first time after he mixed it, it just smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I was just so happy because I expected one thing and got so much more.
Yeah.
Like, this is my guy.
Man.
That's my guy for life.
And that's so funny because when he told me about this project, he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't really do much. I just kind of like mixed and mastered it." But then I'm finding out all these things that I picked out. He definitely had a hand in. So shout out Definitive. You don't give yourself enough credit, man.
Give yourself the credit, bro.
I'm blown away all the time. All right, so that's Baker's Dozen. So
That's it.
I'm after going through this album, like, I'm super proud of you and hearing your
Thank you.
story and how you put out a 13-track album and you really put in the work, and it shows.
Thank you.
So live music is coming back. Are you excited to get back on stage soon?
Hell yeah.
Do you have any shows lined up? Do you have anything you're working on?
I don't have any shows lined up just yet. I am going to be on a rap contest this Sunday.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to be a part of the Spot LA High Def Cypher Season 3.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that in September.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure shows are about to come.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have the date for that yet in September?
No, I don't have a date
Not
yet.
yet?
Don't have
All
a
right,
date yet.
So we'll keep up on your Instagram to look out for
it's
that.
It's there.
Tell everybody your Instagram so we can know where to find that.
I keep it easy. Sharard Baker, Sharard Baker. That's my Instagram and that's my Twitter.
Awesome.
TikTok, I'm more into like GTA, so
Yeah.
that's some total other stuff that I'm doing on my TikTok.
So just go to Instagram.
Yeah, just go to Instagram. Or you can go to Twitter. You can find me on that too.
Dope. Anything else that we haven't covered that you want to promote?
Yes, I actually would like to promote a short film that I'm a part of.
Okay.
It's called The Adventures of the Gray Hat Hacker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
It's so dope.
I
So
DJ
dope.
for DEF CON, so I really wanna hear about that.
Okay, so it's my girlfriend's little brother's project.
Okay.
It's about a gray hat hacker just going around saving the internet, and I play one of the villains.
Really?
Yeah.
Me.
It is so lit. We have probably won literally like 50 awards.
Wow.
Yeah, in
Where
the short film
can we find this film?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Oh man, you have to give me the link after
I got
this.
you. And I definitely want to just show some love to that.
Yeah.
Because I don't just rap, I act too.
Yeah.
So I
You're
wanna-
you're a multi-talented man.
For sure.
What was it like playing a villain?
Great.
Yeah, because you're such a nice guy. It wasn't hard?
Nope, not hard at all. Because I'm an actor, I
channeled
tap right into that energy.
Yeah.
And like, listen, and like this has kind of been going on for years. The one that I'm talking about right now, I think is the third time we've done it.
Okay.
So I've played this character multiple times.
Oh, okay.
And it just got better and better and better. When I first got the role a couple years back, I mean, it was easy. My girlfriend said, "Hey, you want to be in my little brother's project and look for a villain?" Like, sure, yeah. What do I got to do? Oh, you're playing this guy named Gaunt, and he's like the evil guy in the internet. And so you're the Gray Hat Hacker's main nemesis.
That's
Well,
sick.
okay, I could tap into that. And I just went crazy with it. I went crazy.
That's sick.
It was so fun.
I can't wait to see that. That's awesome.
Got you.
All right, so
Actually,
Go ahead.
not to cut you off.
No, go
you
ahead.
can actually go to my Instagram and
There we
find
go.
that. Yeah.
All right.
Just go to my link tree. It's in my link tree.
Perfect. You got that link tree unlocked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that out. All right, so we like to end each show with 3 singles of the week from other independent artists that we think are stream worthy. So we're gonna go get to that right now. So let's air the singles of the week.
I'm about to reach my breaking point at any minute now. Situation's critical, pushed to my limits now. Way over here. It's down and a slice, bitch. I want to fuck you. This is my fantasy. These walls, they see me talking, always stare at me. You should know that this ended my fantasy. These walls, they always talking, always stare at me. Talking, always stare at me. This ended my fantasy. These walls, they seem to talk talking, always stare at me. You should know that this ended my fantasy. These walls, they always talking, always stare at me. Talking, always stare at me.
Then become the pockets, mine's fatter. Climbing my ladder, better fix your mind faster. Rain up on the guala, hot as Guatemala. I'm tired of all the back and forth, don't need it as a bother. 3-6, I pop my collar, never ever call her. See me in the field, better lock your damn Impala. Cause we running amok, you don't hustle like us. Singing with the legend, watch me double it up. Solo and Swank G, yeah, we fucking
All right, so
it
those
up.
are our 3 singles of the week. Got to shout out my boy Capital A with Things Are Tough All Over Part 2, Chloe Hotline with Fantasy, and Bri Han Solo with Killers. You said you had one more thing that you wanted to promote before we get out of here.
Just also, back to my acting stuff,
Yeah.
I also have another short film. It's called Home Alone Jigsaw Origins. Go check that out. It's really...
And we were just talking about scary movies before this, too.
I know, right? And so it's about what happens if... just go check it out. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Say the name one more time so people can...
It's called Home Alone Jigsaw Origins.
Jigsaw
so
Origins.
Just hearing the 2 names, you can kind of put it together.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you guys go see it and check it out. I'm not going to say
And that's on your
nothing
link tree,
about it.
too?
That's on my link tree, too.
All right. Go check out @Sharard Baker and his link tree to get all those projects.
For sure.
All right, that concludes our show for today. Make sure you tune in every week for reviews and news of all the latest independent music hitting the scene, including Sharard Baker.
Hey.
Sharard, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great conversation with you. This was a blast.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I love your platform. You guys will definitely see me again.
Thank you. Thank you
For
so
sure.
much. Baker's Dozen, get it on all streaming platforms. You can catch me, What's Up Ash, at What's Up Ash on Instagram and Twitch. And we got a couple events this week with Young Baka Productions. Specifically on Thursday, we're going to be at El Cocodrilo Lounge for Paid in Full. We got comedy, live music, food truck. We got good vibes. Come check that out on Thursday nights. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this second episode of B.A.R.S, the newly rebooted show on the B-Side channel.